me, great. If not, don't worry. All right. All right, girls. I am so excited to have you guys here. And I'm also especially wonderful, our wonderful cosmetologist, Paulina, helping us out, as well as our beautiful esthetician, Abby, as we are going to be talking about so much fun things like face. We're doing this boho challenge, boho Botox challenge, which is longevity and your CBD rose boost oil. We've been doing it. Well, you can jump on anytime if you haven't started it. You can jump on anytime um, and do it with us. We're doing it for 30 days. All the information is in Oaktribe on our Instagram. You can always talk to your sponsor. They might have all the details and such. But super excited. I'll do a quick run through of what we're going to be doing, and then I'll hand it over to Paulina. We're going to talk about which stones we're going to use and why. We're going to talk about techniques, which I'm so excited. I know the first time I was using gua sha, Paulina was like, oh, no, what are you doing? You're doing it all wrong. In the most loving way. So I'm super excited to learn the techniques on sculpting, lifting, wrinkles, frown lines, acne, double chin. So we'll go through all of those things, as well as how we can use it on our body when it comes to cellulite, using the stone on our body. And we're going to have a DIY serum and what products they use to help with our lymphatic system. And of course, we are going to have a fun little giveaway at the end of this. So super excited. I will pass the baton over to Paulina, and you can share with us all of the beautiful information that you put together for this class.
Thank you, Crystal. Okay. See if we can do this. All right, there we go. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I am excited and both nervous to be here. So excuse if I take some deep breaths. But I am really excited to do this because it's something I really, really enjoy. I learned about gua sha maybe like 4 years ago. And it's when nobody in this area knew about it much. And it's neat now to see that it's become something kind of popular now that people actually know what it is. So I'm going to start talking a bit about what gua sha is, why it's good for us, and then I'm going to go into a little tutorial and show different techniques. And then Abby is going to help us talk about cellulite and body sculpting as well, which will be really cool. So first of all, gua sha is actually not the tool. The tool is a gua sha tool. Gua sha is the technique. So that means gua sha comes from China. It's been around, it's an ancient technique. They have used stones, they've used spoons, they use all kinds of stuff to do gua sha. So gua means scrape, and then sha kind of means like red rash almost. So when you do it, you'll notice your skin get red, and that's where the word gua sha comes from, because you're scraping and then your skin gets red. So that is normal when that happens. But we want to learn how to do it correctly so that we're not damaging our skin either. And just a little preface as well. It is a safe technique. However, there are some who should be careful with the technique if you do have any type of issues with your face, like I'm trying to remember what the name of it is right now, but aneurysms is not the word I'm looking for. I'm sorry, it is escaping my brain right now. Crystal, do you know what I'm talking about? I feel like you know what I'm trying to say. Bell's palsy, yeah. Well, acne will go into that. It's more if like Bell's palsy is one of the things. Oh my goodness, my dad suffers from this and it's not even coming into my brain, but just anything where you like have twitching in your face, anything like that could exacerbate the issue. Be careful when you're stimulating your because there's so much stimulation, you don't want to trigger trigeminal neuralgia. There it is. Oh, sorry, I couldn't think of it. But if you have any type of neuralgia, you need to be careful with this. But otherwise, we'll get into acne and rosacea and all of that after. Sorry, it took me a second to get there. So anyhow, why gua sha is awesome. So what you do with gua sha, the reason why it's so awesome, I'm looking down at my notes, but it moves the lymph. So lymph stimulates circulation, even collagen production, gets rid of breakout causing cellular waste, which I thought was so interesting when I read about that. So one of the issues that comes up for a lot of people when they start doing gua sha is that they break out. And so they get scared and stop doing it. So although we don't want to be doing gua sha over the actual like whitehead, it's actually kind of normal for that to happen, because what's happening is because you are loosening all of the stagnation, everything that's stuck in your under your skin, it's kind of detoxing. So it's releasing all of that, which then causes acne and breakouts. So if that happens, all you want to do is, instead of stopping completely, just work on your neck until it goes away, and then you can start again. It's kind of, you can consider it like if you're in a lake and you're kicking up dirt from a lake, it has to go somewhere, right? So it goes to the surface. So it's kind of the same thing, because you're stimulating the lymph in your face. It needs to go somewhere, that detox, and that's what causes the acne. So you just stick to the back of your ear to your collarbone, and then just drain the muck, as they say. Then let's see. The other thing I wanted to go over also is, because I've gotten a lot of questions on what type of stone to use. So you have the ones that are like the rollers, right? That's what all the influencers kind of use, is the pretty pink ones, and whatever color is pretty, that's kind of what everyone is using. But there actually is a reason why you would want to use a different stone. The roller is pretty and it's very relaxing, so there's nothing wrong with it. However, if you are really wanting to sculpt your face and get the lymphatic drainage out, the roller is not going to do much. It will help maybe with like swelling or just to soothe your skin, but not much else. So I always recommend using an actual stone. So there are quite a few stones that are known of, but the most popular ones are the rose quartz, the jade, and then the beyond stone. This is the beyond stone. So why would you use jade? Jade is a naturally cool stone. So it's actually really nice if for those who need to cool their skin, for those who do have rosacea or are sensitive, that those are the ones you would want the rose quartz for, if you have more sensitive skin. For those who have normal skin, this is really nice. You could stick it in the fridge even, and when it's nice and cold, you put it on your skin, it feels really, really good. It's good for contouring, lifting, skin clarifying. So jade is great. What you don't want is imitation. So there are a lot of jade looking ones or rose quartz looking ones on Amazon, but it's actually just made out of plastic. So you don't want to use those. You want to make sure that it does say that it's 100% stone. And then the beyond stone, which is this one, the black one, there are a lot of imitation as well. This is the most traditional stone. This is the one that the Chinese have used for centuries. This stone actually comes from China. And the reason why it's awesome is because it comes from a mountain in China that was struck by a meteor. And that caused for the stone to have 40 different types of minerals and trace elements. So it has negative ions, which also then cause it to have antioxidant properties. So that's why it's such a cool stone. But you can't go wrong. If you get your jade stone, it's awesome. Rose quartz, if you have sensitive skin, you can use that one. So I wanted to go into now to show you a tutorial of how to just do a basic session. So most important thing is make sure that your skin and your hands are clean, and your stone is clean too. So what I always do is, as soon as you're done using it, just wash it. The Beyond Stone especially is very, very fragile. So make sure you're careful when you're washing it to not break it. And it is a more pricey one, so you definitely want to be careful. So just wash it with, the soap we have, especially from Young Living, is nice and gentle, so it's perfect. But just wash it, put it away, and then you're ready to go for when you're going to use it. Step 2 is make sure that you have oil on your face. You want it to glide gently. Number one mistake that a lot of people make is just going in all different directions on their skin. And then also using it in like a 90-degree angle, kind of. You will damage and hurt your skin if you do it that way. And I'll show you, as I do the tutorial, I'll show you how to go about doing it. So because you want to be gentle with your skin, make sure that you have your oil. It's awesome right now since we're doing our boho Botox and we are using, that's okay, Crystal, I forgive you. And your skin will forgive you once it heals. So you use your CBD oil. And if you do not, if you're in Europe, for instance, and you don't have the CBD oil, or another part of the world where you don't have it, it's okay. You can use jojoba oil, which is my preference when it comes to face oils, because it's kind of just neutral. Everybody can use it. So make sure you have your oil so it can glide nicely. If you don't have enough oil, it's not going to glide, and it won't be as easy to use, and you can also damage your skin. Yes, and rosehip, if you have dry skin, is awesome. Grapeseed oil is also really nice if you have dry skin. Okay, so once you have your oil on, this is how you start. So you take your stone and you want to start at your neck always, because it's going to kind of loosen everything up. So notice that you kind of have it at an angle. You don't have it straight out. You have it at an angle, and you're kind of holding it flat to your skin. So you go up, and then you always want to do both sides. So I kind of, on the neck, I do both sides, and then I work on one side of the face and then work to the other. For time's sake, I'm just going to show you one side of my face now. So you work that up, and you always want to do between 3 and 5 strokes for every stroke that you do. So you start, if you're doing just a normal routine, you're going to start after your neck, you start at the forehead and then work down. So again, you hold your tool like this, and every tool is different. So whichever part kind of fits, contours to that side of or that part of your face. So that in this instance, I have a tiny little forehead. So I use the smaller part and hold it flat. You want to hold it taut with one hand. Make sure your shoulders are kind of neutral, right? You're not raised and you're not too low. You kind of have them at a neutral angle. And then you pull, and you can pulse a little bit. Pull lightly and pulse. So you don't want to do it too light that you're not doing anything, but you don't want to press in. That's not needed. The Beyond Stone is also a heavier stone. So it works it really well. And then because of the tip that this one has, you can kind of just go into your temples, and it really is very relaxing as well. I like to take a deep breath when I do that. Then if yours has a curve, then you take for your eyebrow and then pulse again. Again, 3 to 5. I usually do about 4 to 5. And then you go under your eye. Be very careful, gentle under your eye. You always want to move out and up, especially if you're sculpting. If you go down, you're not going to be sculpting anything. So out and up. If you have sinus issues, you can always work that area a little bit more, and you can almost feel things pop underneath. Then it's really beneficial. So when you get to your mouth area, hold taut, and then pull up. And I'll show you how you can sculpt this area as well after. And then you get to your chin. You can use, again, the contour, whatever contour your tool has. And then my favorite part for my double chin. And then just take deep breaths as you do it. It's very relaxing. Now, the most important part, because you've moved all of that lymph there, you need to drain it now. So you go from the temple and you push it down through the back. It's kind of the area behind your ear and your jaw. And then you press down. And you could do it 4 times. So that's, if you have your tool, you can try it. So again, just gentle and press down. And that's it. And then you would do the same thing on the other side of your face. I don't know if you can tell, but this side, I've been doing it every day and it's been really nice. I've definitely felt my face less puffy, but even right now, this morning, I didn't do it because I wanted to show you the difference, but you can see that this side is a little bit puffier than here. At least I see it, especially like around my eyes. This side's a bit more puffy. So it's really nice, especially if you've never done it before and you see the difference. It's neat to take a before and after picture. So we're talking about Botox, right? Boho Botox is what we want. So we want to kind of try to erase these fine lines and these frown lines and all of that stuff. So I'm going to show you a few techniques that you can do to kind of erase that and the double chin and all of that stuff. So when it comes to frown lines, frown lines, you can frown a little bit and see where the lines are. And then if yours has a ridge like this one, the Wilding tool has one. What you do is you take it and you just wiggle. You wiggle up. So because the lines are vertical, you go the opposite way. You go horizontal. Look, I'm frowning now and you can hardly see it anymore. A little bit on this side. See, it's gone. It's really cool. And then for lines here, then you would do the opposite way. So you would go vertically and you just wiggle. Whenever you have tension around your eyebrow bone as well, you can take the corner of your tool and just press it out. For your crow's feet, you can take the edge and just push it out. If you want to sculpt your jawline, do the same thing with the edge of your tool and you sculpt upwards. Like that. If you want to sculpt your jaw, then what you do is you start at the middle and you wiggle it. Sorry, before that, you're actually supposed to start here. So you start at your collarbone for the jaw. Wiggle at the collarbone. Wiggle at the collarbone. And then you take the tip and you wiggle in the middle of your chin. And then you push it out and behind your jaw. Remember to keep it flat to your skin and not straight out. And then use the curved side and go up to your jaw. And then make sure you always drain the lymph at the end. So just practice. Before you start doing it, practice holding it. Get used to holding it close to your skin, not straight out. See the tension and you'll know, like if you try it lightly and then you can kind of tell how strong you should be doing it. But you see it is red a bit. That's normal, but it shouldn't be like where you're seeing your capillaries break. That's not good. We do not want that. So again, don't be shocked if you do start breaking out at first. That's okay. Give it a little break. You know, work your neck a bit until that goes away. Let's see. I feel like there was one other thing I was going to mention. Jawline. Yeah, we talked about the jawline. Oh, yes. Last thing. So at the end, you want to do your process, right? And then the last thing is you lift at the end. This is the very last thing you do. So now you would start at your neck and you go up. And then you hold it. Oh man, that feels good. You hold it there for a couple seconds, wiggle it. Take a deep breath and then let go. And you'll just see your face will have a nice lift. And again, that's the last step that you want to do. Another one of my favorite techniques is when you do have tension, head tension, is just taking the tool, holding your eye down, and then lifting up. It is so relaxing. And you want to take it slow. That's something that another way you can injure yourself is doing it fast, because in a lot of tutorials that we see them going, right? So you're like moving through it quickly. Please just do it slow. We speed it up when we do it, any video you see, because for time's sake. So you really do need to take it slow. Just take your time. It shouldn't take a long time. When I'm talking right now, I'm talking a lot, but on your own, it should take 3 to 5 minutes to take. So it's not a long time to do it in the morning. So that's it. That is my spiel. And I am going to, I don't know if, do we want to take questions right now or at the end after Abby is done? Probably like Abby.
Probably at the end, yeah. So
okay, sounds good. I'm gonna change a spotlight over to you.
Okay. So I am going to talk a little bit. I don't know if I'm spotlight yet or not. Am I ready? I mean, can I go or should I wait, Paul?
You're good to go.
Oh, we're good to go. Okay. So I want to talk a little bit of about cellulite first. We all know what it looks like. And really what it is just a buildup of fat that's underneath our skin, but it's in our third layer of skin. So a lot of times it's hard to get rid of or to minimize the appearance of. And really what is happening is that the structure of our skin is being affected by these deposits of fat. So that's why we get that dimply skin, what we call sometimes cottage cheese. But there are things that we can do to stop it from getting worse or even minimizing the appearance of it. Because it's hard, a lot of times diet, exercise, drinking enough fluids, all of that helps, but it can't always get rid of it all. And I'm sorry about the background noise, that's my son. We know cellulite is triggered by different things. Sometimes it's genetic disposition, hormonal changes, we gain weight, poor circulation, which is huge, and that's kind of what we're going to talk about, and also poor lymphatic drainage. And sometimes if we drink a lot of alcohol, smoke, or sit a lot, like, for work, a lot of times we sit. So those can be triggers for cellulite. Now, it's not just that we want to minimize the appearance of it, but it also, there are health risks with it. So even if for you, it's not important because you're not going to be wearing a bathing suit, or you don't like to, expose your body or wear shorts or whatever, just keep in mind that the extra weight that you put on adds an extra load to your body systems, specifically your cardiovascular system. Also, because things like toxins and petrochemicals, like herbicides, pesticides, they tend to accumulate in the fatty tissue. This can also cause us to have hormonal issues or other issues. So just keep those things, that it's not just the appearance of our skin, but also that it is affecting us in our health. So I want to start talking about a little bit of what Paulina covered, lymphatic drainage. Now, with lymphatic drainage on the body, it is really light. We're not talking about a deep massage when we do, and there's two ways to do it. We can do it with dry brushing and with the gua sha. The massage has to be gentle because the lymph ducts are right under our skin. So we don't have to do anything too vigorous. Also, we massage upwards. So whether we're doing the dry brushing or we're doing gua sha, we want to do it upwards toward the heart. The reason why is because all of our lymph vessels, they flow toward the heart and they dump their contents into our large lymphatic ducts in this area. So that's how we do it upwards toward the heart. Now, we talked about dry brushing, and I like to combine the dry brushing with gua sha. And in fact, one of the things that you guys can do is dry brush, do a bath with certain oils, and then do the gua sha and use the Cellulite Magic. So I want to show you guys a little bit of the body gua sha. It is like a Chinese body. It is linked to a Chinese body work. And it is really good if you like work out or after a long day of just standing up, because it gets that movement, or if you're sitting down all day for work, it gets that circulation going in that lymph. And we want that lymph moving because lymph does not have a pump like the heart does for our blood. Lymph, you have to move, so when we do dry brushing, it's moving that lymph. So I'm gonna show you a little video. I was trying to do one for you guys with dry brushing, but it was just not working out. But just know that you can do it like this toward the heart. And when you do your feet, you start with your feet and you brush upwards. So I didn't want to really show you guys the angle was just awkward. I need like my husband to help me next time with it. But before I show you the video, I want to talk to you a little bit about Cellulite Magic. Cellulite Magic is a product that Young Living has. And this is great for obviously working that dimply skin because it has vitamin E and it has grapefruit. It has also cypress, yes, and juniper. Juniper cleanses the skin, and then the grapefruit helps with circulation and also with the skin texture. So that's why whenever you guys look up things on Cellulite, there's always going to be grapefruit as a huge thing. In fact, if you guys have the desk reference book, there are a couple of recipes there for you to do like a bath with Epsom salts. So the way I like to combine it, and I'll explain maybe at the end. Let me show you guys though the technique first, the gua sha technique. And you can use this because obviously you need the glide. So give me 1 second so I can screen share. Okay, guys.
Ritual with your lower legs. You will use 3 to 5 strokes in each area. Continue with the aura stone in upward strokes, similar to how you used the aura sweeper. Move up the legs and behind the knees. Then
Okay, guys, I don't know if the volume was okay on that. Was it? Okay. Okay, so if you guys noticed, it was using this part with strokes up. You can definitely use the comb side too, because what you're doing is moving that lymph. So you could use this side as well. Or if you have a different type of gua sha, if you have this one, this is the one I use. I like using this part too because it's made for that to help the lymphatic, your lymph move upwards. Just make sure that it is going upwards. Yes, it should be out. The Cellulite Magic should be out. I just ordered it like yesterday or the other day, or maybe 2 days ago, but it should be in stock. Also, if you don't have it, a recipe that you can do, I mean, this is I would just go for this, but if you did want to make your own recipe, and want the other two oils that are really good are helichrysum and copaiba. So you could make a 2-ounce serum with 15 ounces, a 2-ounce serum with 15 drops of each of those oils, 15 to 20, because you're targeting an area, and massage it and then do your technique. Also, if you are just doing the gua sha, after you do that technique on your legs, you want to take a bath in Epsom salts and just kind of relax. But the way that I want to do it is do the dry brushing before I take the bath, and then do the gua sha with this. So I hope that makes sense. So it's like a 3-step process, and you can do it 2 to 3 times a week. But if you're only doing the gua sha technique, that body part, I would say just do the cellulite and the gua sha 3 times a week. Can you show techniques on the dry brushing? Well, I was trying to make a video. I have a short video. I mean, I guess I could share that, but it's not like, it's not beautiful, just so you guys know. Let me get it up. So that is the, okay.
That was beautiful, Abby.
Okay, sorry. I just couldn't get the right angle to kind of show you my like thigh area, because that's usually where we have more of the cellulite, but that that's the best that I could do. Next time I'll have Ryan do it, like kind of film me instead. But yeah, do you guys have any?
You have
it's
to
really
flip your
simple.
Your camera, you have to flip it.
Me? Oh, I'm sorry. How did that happen? Sorry. Okay,
No, you're
Liz?
fine. I thought I
Okay,
said
so-
something because you were talking.
Okay, so yeah, that's about it. And it is more effective if you guys do it with like a weight loss program, if you wanted to just to have more of an effect, because you want to be also drinking a lot of water. Remember, with lymphatic, you're want to remove those toxins that you're moving around your body. So whether you're doing it on your face or your whole body, you want to make sure that you're drinking extra water. And that's why I kind of like doing the bath part, because also like the Epsom detox bath will help pull those toxins out. So is the cellulite out of stock? Is that what I'm understanding? I'm sorry, I can't read the chat.
Yeah, it's out of stock, Abby.
Okay. All right. So Liz, did you have a question?
Yeah, I have felt a lot of those dry brushes, at the different stores, health food stores, compared to like even Walmart. Sometimes I'll have, looks like a horse brush. But the texture of the bristles are a lot of times different. So like there's like there's horse, there's boar, there might even be a pig. But with that, does it matter? And then the other is the pressure that you're putting on. Is it just the weight of the brush, or are you actually adding pressure to it?
No, it has to be gentle, because what you're doing with dry brushing is just stimulating lymph, and lymph is never hard. So I would get one that's maybe medium and just do it gentle over, nothing too soft, because you do want to get that movement going, but it is no pressure. You're not like pressing down. And the gua,
I was gonna say, so if the brush is kind of heavy, we should do the opposite, resistance, and lift up a little bit. And
yeah, you just have to, yes. And you will feel it. You have to feel it too, though. And it's just getting your lymph moving. A lot of the research I did, and when I used to do these body treatments at the spa, we just do it all over the body, because not only does that like especially if you're going to take a bath, like it kind of helps the circulation going. So especially with baths, like to get the toxins out.
Yeah. And I have one more question.
Uh-huh.
So I learned about, lymphatic release when I was going through the recovery part of my breast radiation cancer. And I know that there's a certain way you were saying from the feet up, and I think it's from the arms up.
Mhm.
But I remember there was something about the side of the rib cage. Is the dump down into the big lymph of the groin?
I've always known to brush it kind of upwards.
Okay.
And then circular, like kind of like circular motions around here. That's what I was trained to do.
Okay.
To get it going into this area, because it's always toward the heart. So it's like, does that make sense?
Yeah. I just remember something about it having to dump out after you did your whole body, and maybe that's a different type of lymphatic massage. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, with dry brushing, I know it's toward the heart. For sure. Yeah. And that's why sometimes like you'll open up here too. You'll lightly open up here.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think dry brushing is different than gua sha as well, because gua sha you want to do out and down, where dry brushing is a little bit different. So that could.
Well, gua sha you also do up, strokes up. On the body is different from the face, but like on the body, you still want to go toward the heart, the strokes toward the heart, but you add more pressure when you do gua sha, for sure. You want, because it's more a massage, so your body might get a little bit redder. The other thing I wanted to bring up is like if you have diabetes, you can't do much of a vigorous massage. That is a contraindication. So because you don't want to bruise up. So those are things to keep in mind. That's another thing to keep in mind.
Rachel, you had a question?
Yes. So what times are best to be doing the gua sha and also the brushing? What time during the day is it best to do that?
Good question. I like doing it at the end of the day because I take baths at night sometimes, like when I do, because I know it's the end of the day. So I like to do, even before I shower, just like do the dry brush, get in the bath with Epsom salts, and then after that, do the massage with this and the gua sha.
And I kind of like doing it in the morning because at night, because you're laying down for so long, everything kind of gets stagnant in your face and you are puffy, at least for a facial gua sha. So it's nice to depuff in the morning if you want to just have like a smoother looking face. But I guess it might depend what you're looking to do.
Yeah, I meant the body. I'm sorry. Annie? Maybe.
Can you, excuse me, can you recommend a good dry brush?
I got one at my natural grocers, but like this one is one that my husband grabbed at Target. I think it's Pure Body, but they have a line. I mean, I don't know that I have a specific line. I don't know if anybody uses one that they really like, but this one that's from Target has worked fine too. And sometimes there are gloves too. Even those like bath gloves that people use when they're dry, when you use them, it's just getting that movement because it's just a gentle, like, I don't want to say scrape because I feel scrape is a little bit harsher, but just like doing this.
Abby, would a dry loofah work?
I would say so, yeah. Because if you're using those gloves, and that's what we did for some of them, the body treatments on people, and it's just to get that lymph moving. Because remember, it's underneath the skin, so it's not deep in. So you don't need anything like really rough. It's just to kind of get that. And that's why like dancing sometimes gets that moving too. Like I got a trampoline to when I had eczema really bad to get that lymph moving. So it's just getting those toxins to get to your lymph to kind of get those toxins released.
Abby, I have a question. I couldn't raise my hand. It's Dina.
Hi, Dina.
Regarding the DIY for the serum, I know I heard you say Hello Christmas, Paiba, but On that particular one from Young Living, it has cypress and grapefruit. It wouldn't be a bad idea to add those as well, since those do help with
Yeah, you
circulation.
can.
Would
They
you-
have,
or
yeah,
just
they
celecoris
have,
and mecopaiba would work.
they have 2 cellulite blends in the book that you can do. They just do it for bath though, like to add into your bath water. But you can totally do a serum with them. I don't see why not. In fact, I think they say that you can apply the just grapefruit alone. So you
Which
can do
book
that.
are you referring to? The
You keep cutting
eyesight?
out, Dina.
Oh, I keep cutting. Oh, sorry. I was just saying, which book are you referring to?
The what is it? Desk Publishing, the Life Science.
Oh, okay. I'll look it up. Thank you.
Yeah, and I can send you screenshots of it. But I have like even outside of this book, there's people who recommend grapefruit a lot for the reason that it helps with skin texture and circulation.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I just find that it's nice to have this because it's in a pump already. It's easy to use. It's not, I think it's a good price for it. It has vitamin E too. And I don't know if you guys have done DIYs. A pure vitamin E is hard to find, or it's super expensive if you do find a pure one. So to me, like a person like me, I just go and I'm like, this is like just perfect. I can use this. I don't have to worry about getting everything for it. But you totally can if you're that type of person that has found all the ingredients, like all the carrier oils. You definitely do your own.
Abby, Doris asked a question. If you're missing your axillary lymph nodes, would we then try to drain towards the groin limbs?
I have heard that because in fact, when you're doing like your abdomen, it's almost like a circular motion. So you probably can. I'm not too familiar with that though. But I'm assuming that you can, because when you see the way that you practice the abdomen, it's going that way, like clockwise. So in strokes. So I would think that it could drain through there. I mean, I don't know where else, because that they would have to take over, right? If you're missing other lymph nodes. Rachel, did you have your hand up or?
No, sorry, I don't know how I did that.
Oh, okay. Does anybody else have questions? Let me see in the chat.
Stacy.
My question was with the gua sha. Is there any like a printout of the routine that you went over earlier with the face? Do you have some? Because I kind of tried to write it down, but I don't remember everything, so I didn't know if you had something available.
I have a couple of reels. We're recording this, so you'll have this as well. But Wildling is the stone that I use. They have really awesome tutorials and visuals, better than I could ever make. So I would just refer you to look at their stuff. I'd be selective with what you're looking at on there, but for the most part, they have really, really awesome charts and quick reels of how to hold the tool, the direction, and all of that. So I would say go to them. They're really good.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
There's a question in the comments. Do you have any recommendations for a swollen underarm lymph node?
I was just answering that because when I had eczema, because of the flare-ups, I would get like this part really inflame my lymph nodes. A lot of what I would do is compresses and movement and detox baths, because that's how it's going to flow. That the reaction, your lymph node reacts because there's an infection or something happened, right? So that's what I always did, just compresses, detox baths, movement, and it does go away. It just takes a little bit of time. I don't know why you have swollen lymph nodes, so but that's what I did when I had mine because of the eczema.
Yeah, and if you
I hope
have
that
any
answers your
issues,
question.
like specific issues too, I would suggest to speak with your doctor before you
Yeah.
in this, just because you don't want to move things that maybe should not be moved. So just confirm with them first if you have, especially a natural provider or something like that, and they can help you make sure.
Yeah. What we're talking about moving lymph is in general because lymph doesn't have a pump. So it needs a little bit of help. And that's why we're made to move, like even taking a walk, especially if we sit down all the time for work, things like that. It's good too. And that's why, like Paulina brought up, that in the morning, it's, our eyes are puffy because we've been stagnant, we've been sleeping. So you want to get up and kind of move and get your lymph flowing again. Rachel, did you have another question?
I do. This time I do. Sorry. So what about acne prone? Is it recommended the gua sha good for that? For people who have acne or hormonal spots of breakouts?
If it's not coming to a head, there's people who just have acne, right, and it's not coming to a head, then you can be gentle around it. If it's coming to a head, you definitely don't want to go anywhere near it. There's techniques you can do using the stone, and you can compress it and just hold it on there, but you don't want to actively be moving that around, right? So you can just press it and hold it and then just work around it, but you need to be
because you can spread bacteria,
right?
So when it's inflamed or something, that's the last thing you want to do, or get it all over your face.
And then also cross contamination. So if you're, working on, especially if you do the compress, wash it and then continue on the other side of your face. I think that's it. Crystal, did you yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, ladies, so much. And thank you guys all for coming. We had over 60 people join us today. So it was amazing. I'm so excited for this record. We'll make it available for you guys, for anybody who's missing it. Sorry again, everybody looks frozen to me. So can I get a thumbs up if you hear me or not? I don't know, I hope. Okay, good. I'm seeing a thumbs up. Okay, good. Of course, we want to do a giveaway. So Cellulite is Magic is out of stock right now with Young Living. If it's not back, actually, I'll just make it super simple. Who here, if you put in your comments, who has been doing the Boho Botox challenge? Who has been participating? Challenge? Put it in your comments and just tell me what day you are at. You can even say, I just ordered my products. I just ordered my boost today. Like whatever it is, if you just started. So I'm seeing people and I'm going to pick a winner. And I think it's so exciting. This product looks amazing. Paulina, the stone you told, I think it's such a fun gift to give away. What do you think? Right? I think it's a fun gift to give away. I want it. So what I'm going to do is, Paulina, can I have you pick from someone in the comments? I'll give you guys all another 20 seconds to put in what day you're at. And can you randomly pick a person that's going to go ahead and win this stone right here? How exciting, right? So say what day you are. Coming soon. That's cool too. We like that. If you've ordered it today, whatever day you're on, I think I'm on day 24. So I'm super excited about this. But I'll have Paulina pick, and then we will send you this gift in the mail. Just make sure, if you don't mind, reaching out on One Oaktribe and sending me saying, hey, I won the giveaway, and then send me your address. That would be amazing. So you don't have to put it in the comments.
All right.
Perfect. Waiting for your capsules. All right. I can't handle the anticipation. It's so exciting.
Yeah. All righty. Stop. Oh, that wasn't one. Let me try again. All right, we have Carmen Haley.
Carmen Haley. Where are you, Carmen Haley? Can you put your hand up? Where's Carmen Haley? Put your hand up and then.
Oh, okay. I see the name.
there?
I don't know if she can. Where'd she go?
There you are. Excellent. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot you a message real quick just to send out to
Oh, she's
to
driving.
go ahead. Sorry, I'm driving. Okay, Carmen, okay, don't text back. Reach out to One Oaktribe on Instagram and shoot me your message. I have a note for you, but I'm super excited. Congratulations. What day were you on, or when did you start? You were driving and you participated in a challenge? Be careful, girl. Oh, congratulations, Carmen. This is great. All right, girls. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you again so much, Abby, Paulina, for contributing and sharing this knowledge. I'm super excited to I'm going to go ahead and get that stone too. I kind of got suckered into it. I was like, okay, fine, take my money. You got it. I want all the lines gone and I'll work on that cellulite for sure. So this will be fun. Anyways, have a wonderful day. Thank you guys all for joining this class. And I have a wonderful day. I did take a picture, FYI, guys, I did take a picture. So I do want to if anybody wants to, feel free to go ahead and wave. It's kind of broken up, but we'll wave. And thanks for participating, girls. And we will share all the fun stuff. We'll make it all available, the recording for you guys once we get it downloaded. All right? Enjoy. Bye.